Okay, so this video is about Warzone Mobile again, okay? And like I said, the release of a new game makes everybody crawl out of the woodworks to have an opinion, and I, for one, am Exhibit A. But there has been a new update for the game that has everyone talking, and I mean, people have been saying it's the best update of the game, and it's going to be the last one before the global release, so naturally, this is what people are using to judge if this game is ready for a global launch or not. Now, I have been chronically online. For my standards, which for many people is a relatively normal amount, but I've noticed that the opinions of this update are split between content creators and the rest of the mobile community, and nobody is talking about it. So let's jump onto Twitter and take a look. Okay, so first let's talk about this image that has been making the rounds on Twitter. And this is a comment on Winsanity's video where someone said this is the first game where there's a huge divide between what community's experiences versus what the content creators are experiencing, which is basically what I just said. And Winsanity said anyone can buy an iPad, not just creators. Now this comment has been screenshotted and replied to, and like, bro, this comment right here, so much outrage. I can't even describe like the kind of backlash that Winsanity has been getting for just this comment. I tried to find it on the original video, I couldn't find it anymore, so it might have been deleted, I don't know yet, but I will keep looking, and if I find something, then I'll insert it in this video and see whether or not it's still up. But like, so much backlash. So that is one thing. I am presuming that those comments came from this video where he talks about the new max graphics update, which includes 120 FPS for higher end devices. Now this video, he has a lot of gameplay in here from his iPad that he uses, and yeah, I don't know, it caused a lot of controversy, so I just thought that, you know, that was something to kind of include. But that's the video in reference that the comment came from. I am presuming, I'm not entirely sure, but I am sort of presuming that that's what that was. So that's the first thing to go over. Next, we'll get to the bad comments in a bit, but I just want to see, like, show what creators are saying about it, and then we'll get to like what the community is saying really shortly. When Sanity says, I don't think people realize how far Warzone Mobile has come in 2 years, and one of the biggest updates is still coming later today, which that update ended up coming, and that was the comment that he commented under on his video. So he said they added better graphics and 90 FPS like 2 hours after I posted this. Basically, it's just like dick riding Warzone Mobile, which honestly, from what I've seen, the game looks decently good for people who have high-end devices. So honestly, I don't like, it's not a big deal. It makes sense why he would be dick riding them given what the game is for him. Okay, so Bobby has this tweet. This is in response to a tweet he made earlier, basically showcasing the new Warzone Mobile update with uncapped FPS. And he says, but man, does the new update feel good. Which, positive, I would say it's a positive review. So even though those are like only two creators, it seems like a sentiment that the creators really enjoyed the update much more than the community has. Like, the creators really enjoyed the update, and I know it's just two that I just kind of spotlit, but there is definitely much more where that came from, and you can go on Twitter and find it out. Listen, I'm not the mobile drama guy, but that's what I found. That's like from my research. Now here's what the community is saying. It's much easier to find the community shitting on this update than it is to find creators like praising it, besides videos and stuff like that. Oh, I also forgot to mention, Ducky did a video where he also pretty much praised the update as well, as you can see here. You can watch the video yourself. I'm not going to break it down. I'm not going to summarize it. He basically just says, he plays it on his iPad and he says, holy smokes, this is a good update. I think that was a good Bobby impression. Anyway. So let's start from the bottom. Obviously, this guy responds and says, brother, are you blind? This is an ego issue. You're a big CC. Please talk with sense. We all know the game is not performing well, and there is a huge problem with Android optimization. Number one Revenant. This guy, I'm not even gonna lie, number one Revenant is actually kind of like, he's like kind of like a huge hater of like the Warzone mobile scene. So just beware. So number one Revenant says, Warzone mobile new update review. How does it keep getting worse? The worst update known to mankind, which is a very bold claim. Let's be honest here, because I've seen some pretty bad updates that have pretty much broken the fucking game. I mean, fucking Fortnite's update that just dropped, like you couldn't even play it for like 5 hours or whatever. So I've seen some pretty bad updates, but this being known as the worst update known to mankind, super bold claim. So this is a whole thread basically of him breaking down why it's the worst update, horror show, FPS, blah 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 blah, whatever. Bro, there's a lot of tweets. I want to get past these tweets, okay, because there's a lot to cover here. And so there's a lot of tweets of like people just bashing it. I thought this game has changed a lot because of all the yapping, but as I expected, nothing changed. Enrique, also talking about the update in a good light. Another creator talking about it in a good light. This person says, it blows my mind that the mobile community is praising Warzone Mobile's graphics. How did we get here? I've seen better. Even PUBG Mobile's lowest graphics is better than Warzone Mobile's peak graphics. Which, by the way, just so we're clear, PUBG, like what PUBG Mobile is trying to be and what Warzone Mobile is trying to be, they're two different games. So Warzone Mobile is trying to be like as realistic as you can get without getting to arena breakout, and PUBG Mobile is like, it was supposed to be realistic, but it kind of changed and evolved throughout the years. So the graphics, like people want high contrast graphics similar to like Apex Legends Mobile, which honestly, hey, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad of a thing, but I guess that's just what people want. So let's come back, okay? So clearly the divide between like the opinions of content creators and the community comes from the disparity with most of the content creators having high-end devices like iPads, while the bulk of the mobile community, who typically resides in the east of the world, have mid to low-end devices. Okay, so with all that being said, I hold the unpopular belief that optimization for a game like this, a game of this scale, is irrelevant. If and only if there's cross-platform. So if and only if you're able to play with other people on other platforms. Now, I'm not pulling this out of thin air. I'm basing this on what I've seen in previous mobile games. That being said, let's look to the past for a bit. Fortnite Mobile was a terribly optimized game. I remember having an iPhone 6S at the time of its release, which was only about 2 generations older than the newest iPhone at the time. And let me tell you, my game was lagging all the time. Just to put it into context, it's like not being able to play COD smoothly on an iPhone 13 today. So just to play Fortnite Mobile, I literally had to wait till they optimized it better, and in the meantime, I'd play on my brother's iPhone X. So when I got the 8 Plus, I was ecstatic, first of all, that I had a bigger screen so I could finally comfortably play Claw, but also I had a better processor, which meant games like Fortnite Mobile would run better. Now, my story is not unique. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of kids just like me at the time who had a very similar story to mine. But that didn't stop Fortnite Mobile from being one of the highest grossing mobile battle royales, period. Now, I can already hear the excuses. Times are different. Warzone PC/console has been out for a while. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, all I'm saying is it's possible for a game to have a successful launch and campaign without necessarily being the most optimized game in the world. Now, where it gets murky is when the game is not optimized and also not cross-platform, which is what Apex Mobile was. Because since it's not cross-platform, it's really hard to pull from the current player base on different platforms. When I played Fortnite Mobile, I used to play with my friends who were on console all the time, and that's one of the things that kept me playing. And I know tons of other people like that. So mobile is kind of like the startup platform for people before they're able to get a console, because anybody can get a phone, but not everyone can have a PC or console. But anyway, yeah, that's my 2 cents, which could totally be wrong. Food for thought. I just thought I'd let you guys in on what's going on in the world of mobile gaming. Comment your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next video.